I have a page on Facebook which is over 360,000 followers, and this YouTube channel is running into about 20,000 subscribers. I want you to know that this is coming from somebody who has some level of results, so you should trust what I'm telling you. Be spiritually sensitive. Do not joke with it. Do not joke with that little sense of direction that God is giving you, that sense of create this content, that sense of write this thing. Christian Talks is 9 years. I'm like, bro, how did that happen? How did this happen that I created a content trying to tell people happy new month, go again, and the same very thing that I've been doing for 9 years, I just got a reminder that has existed. I'm like, okay, it means that I'm not teaching what I don't know. I'm not teaching what I have not practiced. I'm not sharing what I do not have an idea about. Consistency is your biggest hack. I just knew that I needed to help somebody out there who's a creative, who's a Christian, who needs to understand how to grow on social media. You're welcome back to this channel if you're a returning viewer, and you're welcome if you're new. In today's video, I want to share with you 9 things that will help you grow successful social media platforms, be it Facebook, be it Instagram, be it YouTube. This is something that I have experienced in the last 9 years. I woke up and I realized today is 9 years that Christian Talks has been in existence, and I just couldn't but share these tips with you. So if you are willing to learn, pick up your pen, pick up your notepad, and jot down the following things that I am about to share with you. The very first thing you should have when you want to grow a social media platform is to have a sense of purpose. Why am I here? What am I doing here? It was Miles Monroe that said, if the purpose of a thing is not known, then abuse is inevitable. So you have to know the purpose for why you are on social media. Why are you on YouTube? Why are you on Facebook? What is your message? What is your unique selling point? For instance, if this is a business class, but what is that thing that you want to be known for on social media? What's the purpose of your coming online or putting up a camera or recording on a microphone or switching on your data? There has to be a sense of vision. And for me, it has been that I wanted to influence my generation positively for the kingdom of God. Yeah. That's why the channel is called Christian Talks. That's why my platforms are called Christian Talks. That is point number 1. There has to be that unique thing about what you are doing on social media. You have to be known for that thing. You shouldn't be everywhere, right? Go for what you are called to do and do just that. That will help you in the long run niche down on that particular thing that you ought to be doing. The very next thing that you have to understand to grow on social media is you have to have a sense of urgency. What this implies is there has to be a weight on your spirit, there has to be a weight on your mind, on your soul, that makes that there is urgency. You have to see that this thing has to be done, otherwise you wouldn't rest, otherwise you would know no peace, right? You have to carry your purpose with a sense of urgency. So if you have established purpose on social media, the next thing to establish is urgency. So you have to take it as though your life depends on it. You have to do it as though if you do not do it, something would go wrong. You have to do it as though if you do not do it, the lives of people and destinies of people that depend on you will be shattered. So have that at the back of your mind if you want to successfully grow or be successful on social media. Have a sense of purpose, have a sense of urgency. The third thing that you want to do to successfully grow on social media is to have a very strong spiritual sense. What this means is you should be sensitive spiritually. You should be able to, I believe I'm talking to people who are spiritual beings. Whether you're a Christian or not, you are a spiritual being. You are a spiritual being having a human experience. So to who you submit your spirit to, that is what has the rule over you. So this implies that as a Christian, you must be sensitive spiritually. Come to a place where you are sensitive to what God would have you do. You know when to post a thing. You know why to post a thing. You have an idea of the spirit behind the things you do. That way, your motives is controlled. So be sensitive spiritually. There are many times that I've put out content at the time I put it out, not because it is convenient for me, but because I knew this was the time to do what I did. That is what spiritual sensitivity will do for you as a creative on the social media space. I want you to know that this is coming from somebody who has some level of results, so you should trust what I'm telling you. I have a page on Facebook which is over 360,000 followers, and this YouTube channel is running into about 20,000 subscribers. Be spiritually sensitive. Do not joke with it. Do not joke with that little sense of direction that God is giving you, that sense of create this content, that sense of write this thing, that sense of take this as a note in your notepad, come back to it later. A lot of the times when you do that, you will realize that you will never run out of content, because that is one of the problems many creatives on social media have. They run dry and get that burnout, that they do not have content to put out. If you are spiritually sensitive, you cannot run out of content. You will be sharp. You will be your senses are going to be primed, and through use you would get better at it. So to grow better on social media, take note of that very, very important third point. The fourth point of how to be successful on social media is to have a positive mindset. I have to pause here to say a positive mindset implies that you make a post and you have a dislike. Take note that I didn't say you have a like or you have just 2 likes or 5 likes. It is that your post was disliked. It is that somebody came and commented rashly on your post. It is that somebody came and laughed at your content. It is that people around you are laughing at your content or laughing at what you are doing. It is that people around you are not seeing where you are headed to, despite the fact that you are headed there anyway. That is what having a positive mindset means. It means you yourself have to encourage yourself to do the things that are important and that are necessary to be done. That is all that a positive mindset implies. It means you have to wake up realizing that you have to be successful or not. A positive mindset would imply that you would shoot that content with the phone that you have. Many believers are just believing, but they are not really positioning and living as though they believe. A positive mindset even goes down to your confession, how you speak, how you do the things that you do. This is a critical thing. If you do not have a positive mindset, a little distraction to your content journey, to your social media presence journey would stop you from coming back at it. It will totally take you away from it. And I dare say to you that there are a lot of reasons, valid reasons why you will be distracted, and those reasons would hold you down from doing the things God wants you to do, doing the things your purpose has designed for you to do on social media. Have a strong positive mindset if you will be successful at anything, not just social media. The next habit or the next thing you want to do to be successful on social media is to have a consistent habit. Consistency is one of the biggest hacks that has helped me grow these numbers on social media. Listen, you have to be able to have it as a second nature, that if I want to be successful and be out here and be successful, and have presence on social media, you have to have the mindset that I have to show up every day. If you have the mindset that you have to show up every day, the days you don't show up, you would feel like you are sick. You would feel like something went wrong. You would feel like something went bad. And me saying you should show up every day is not that you must post every day. Showing up every day simply implies that in your mind you have showed up to think, okay, what's the next thing I'm going to do to make my content better? What's the next action? Who am I going to talk to? Who am I going to liaise or partner with or collaborate with to help this thing that I'm doing succeed? What are the investments I'm going to make financially, socially, mentally? What books will I be reading, or interviews or content will I be watching that will help even my style or my niche of content creation? This cannot be overemphasized. You have to have the habit of waking up every day, going to do that same thing over and over and over again. Today, when I posted in the morning the content that I created, sharing a happy new month video about telling people to go again, I just got reminded on Facebook that Christian Talks is 9 years. I'm like, bro, how did that happen? How did this happen that I created a content trying to tell people happy new month, go again, and the same very thing that I've been doing for 9 years, I just got a reminder that has existed. I'm like, okay, it means that I'm not teaching what I don't know. I'm not teaching what I have not practiced. I'm not sharing what I do not have an idea about. Consistency is your biggest hack. One of your biggest hack, in fact, to growing anything in life, not just social media. Go consistent, and I assure you, you will come back with rejoicing. You would come back with results. The next thing you want to know about how to grow on social media is get more knowledge. If you have to pay for it, no matter how much you want to pay for it or you have to pay for it, go for knowledge. The results that I have on these platforms that I've shared with you are a result of knowledge, are a result of paid courses, are a result of, paid tutorials, as a result of watched YouTube videos, watch hours, time spent studying other people's channels, time spent studying how social media works. Oh my goodness, you don't want to know the extent of work it takes to get that knowledge that you need. Now, let me say this here. For the 9 years that Christian Talks or this, brand has existed, in the first about 4 years, I never had knowledge. I was doing it out of passion, and that is where many people are. Many people are at the place of passion. I love what I'm doing. I just love the idea of social media, and they just go for it. And they do not know that passion will not pay bills. Passion will not bring results. Passion alone is enough to the degree that it is passion. It's enough to the degree that it is just what drives you. But you need fuel. And knowledge is that fuel that will drive you through your passion. Because with knowledge comes the exact, precise understanding of what to do, how to do it, when to do it, why to do it, And knowledge is broad. But when you go for it, I assure you that you will know where to apply it. See, results are predictable. I have an Instagram account of almost 12,000 followers. I have a group on Facebook of about 30,000 members. I can tell that these are results of knowledge. These are results of the other, things that I have shared from beginning of this video to this point. And if you apply them, you would definitely have a level of results. Go for knowledge, pay for the courses, watch the YouTube videos, read the books on how to grow on social media. The very next thing that you need to know is connect with a community like yours. Have friends, have people, like-minded people that are on social media that would give you ideas, that would share with you secrets to how they do the things that they do to succeed on social media. I assure you that you will see things from perspectives that you never knew. You will see things from perspectives that you never had an idea about how they work. You would just be open to new knowledge. Listen, belong to groups, belong to communities, belong to cycles that are social media inclined. Do not be an island. As long as you want to grow on social media, you would find information, new information, corrections. In the whole journey, you may fail at certain things. You may get hooked, you may get stalked, but the right community will tell you, okay, you can go about this thing like this, you can do this thing like this, you can fix this thing like this, no, don't do this thing like this. Okay guys, this is what is happening. Information would easily come to you in the cycle of a community, in the niche or in the space that you want to be successful in. Very important, guys. Very, very important. You shouldn't be an island as long as you need to be successful on social media. Yes, you will be on social media, but still interact. It's called social for a reason. Have social cycles, have social people. The idea of social media is a place for relationships. It's a place to be social. And if you really want to be successful, don't use the excuse of social media to say you cannot relate with more people. That is one of your biggest assets. Give your all. That is the 8th thing you need to do to be successful on social media. Give your all simply implies that how much can you give? How much can you go? How far can you go to succeed? Your all may imply, shutting down certain things that you love to do, shutting down certain activities you love to be a part of. Your all may imply waking up in the middle of the night to shoot, or very early in the morning to shoot, as I am doing right now. Your all may imply, in anything that is sacrificed to you. That's the idea of giving your all. What can you give? As in your all. I know, yes, okay, as Christians, our all is given to the Lord Jesus. But beyond that, in this thing we are talking about, as in regarding content, how much can you give or can you go for your success on social media? How far can you go? What's your choice? What's your opportunity cost? What are you willing to let go of to be successful? It may be more sleeping time, it may be your money, and I assure you, if you really want quality and excellent things or excellence on social media, you will spend data because you have to be consistent. You will spend money because you have to watch those videos, and you will spend money for the data and for the courses. You will spend money for your gadgets. You will spend money for your gadgets. You will spend money for your gadgets. Sorry, I had to say it 3 times, but it's the truth. How much are you willing to go all in? How much are you willing to go to succeed? The very 10th thing, and I think is the most powerful on how you grow on social media. This is unconventional. I would have told you, click these, do these, and all of that. Yeah, that's important. If you perhaps reach out personally or through my course, you will learn some of those things. But as far as your growth on social media is, you choose your influence, you choose your audience. That's point number 10. You choose your audience, and this is how it works. Imagine that the world is, there's a globe behind me, right? So imagine that this is the globe, and you can see the entire world on that globe. You want to reach the world. You want to reach more people. How are you going to position for it? Are you going to come with an approach of, I am from Nigeria, so my content would only be Nigerian content, or would only, be content that is localized to my community, even the language you use. So you find people using local languages, except if that is the choice they chose. Remember, I said you choose your influence. And except if that is what they choose as their influence, then that will be the cap for it. That will be their cap. That will be the cap of influence they can achieve. You cannot go beyond the influence you choose. Imagine this channel, wants to reach 100 million subscribers. Do you know that it is possible? How? It is possible because it's a Christian channel, first of all. The name Christian is intentional. Christian Talks, it's intentional because it's for a specific demographic of people in society. And as long as you are a Christian, you would naturally gravitate towards what you are, conversant with. You would naturally gravitate towards what you can easily relate with. But I would not wake up one day and begin to try to reach the Muslim community as in the sense of giving them content that is valuable to them, except of course trying to win them over through the content and the kind of content and interviews we might be doing in the future and stuff like that. But I do not have much of a target audience in that space. That's how I chose my influence. That's how I chose my audience. If you are in the sports space, you cannot go beyond lovers of sports. It's a cap. It's a cap. This thing is a mindset. It's a positioning. It's your ability to see as a scope. It's your ability to see based on a scope. It's your ability to look at, okay, if I do this thing like this, I will be able to reach so number of people or this number of people. However, if I do it this other way, I will reach lesser people. That's just all you need to know as long as audience and influence is concerned. You need to think big, think bigger numbers, think bigger audiences to actually get the kind of influence you want. This is another example. I'm dwelling long on this because it's as important as your starting. It's as important as the name of what you're doing, or it's as important as the rebranding you may have to do. If you started believing that you can only reach out to a particular number of people, or a state, or a region in Nigeria, or a region in Africa, or a region in West Africa, you would only appeal to them. Except in rare occasions where, because your content is novel, is unique, foreigners and people that are not conversant with what you are doing would follow you. But it's not in all the cases. To predict your result, you need to choose your audience. So guys, thank you for watching. I'll be stopping here, and I believe that you've gotten value from this video. This is a very, very, very emotional video for me because this is 9 years of doing this thing on social media, and I just knew that I needed to help somebody out there who's a creative, who's a Christian, who needs to understand how to grow on social media but doesn't know what it takes, doesn't know how to position, doesn't know the things to keep or put in mind, right? These are the things you need to know and understand to succeed on social media. I hope that this has encouraged you. If you've gotten tired along the way, if you've gotten weary along the lines of content creation and social media influencing or growth or management, this is what you need, and I dare say to you, you will succeed at it. Don't forget to like this video, drop your comments. More importantly, subscribe, turn on the notification bell so that you know when I put out new content like this. Stay blessed. I love you all.